what do you want to make up? If it's the kind of world that's not static, if it's the kind of world that's not fixed, then it's dynamic by nature, and it changes with input. It changes with what you give it. And where does the input come from? So this is where I don't knows come in. I don't know the scientific base as much as people claim all sorts of things like law of attraction and everything else, and there's basis in it. We don't know any of that stuff. We don't know if there is some kind of heaven afterwards or not. If we don't know if that's even real, because from Buddhist perspective, heaven and hell is within you. Like if you look at it from that perspective. So we don't know the physically how this show up, scientifically how this show up in our life, but in experience, this is provable, because all you have to do is try it and see what happens. And human experience is just as real as some kind of scientific data. It's actually much more real because you experience your reality. So, and let me take you back. So you already have a vision. Everybody has a vision, whether you, and then it goes back to that Maya piece, is that, and the problem is that your vision was created by your culture, by the people around you. It was fed to you from the moment you came into this life to the moment that you, quote unquote, became an adult. What does that vision look like? Hey, your name is Monica. Hey, you are like this kind of girl. You like these kind of things. Oh, I can see that you're a great artist. I can see that. So you get feedback from your environment, and what happens is the things that you get great feedback on, they get amplified. The things that you get pain around, they get suppressed. And there's wisdom in there, because human beings need to adapt quickly to their environment. As by Dr. Noah Harari, who talks about this, is that human children are like molten glass in his book Sapiens, which means we can be shaped in all sorts of ways. That's why we can be in any culture, and we be trained to think in any way, and we'll be just fine. We create a model around that way of looking at things. We think that's true. That's why I was sharing, like when I came from that culture to this, my model of how I looked at the world was very different than here. It didn't fit into this world. I had to switch that for it to make sense. So you grew up